The final week of the fall regular season kicks off tonight on Fred TV. Field hockey, senior night, Durfee versus Apponequet. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud. Welcome to the broadcast here from a cloudy and kind of gloomy Durfee High School. Weird weather day. We weren't sure if we were going to get this one in, but it looks like it will stay dry, and we're thrilled to be able to cover this senior night game for field hockey. Well, the Durfee girls have been on a roll since we last saw them, actually going back to before we last saw them, but our last coverage 1 week ago was a very exciting and satisfying victory against the Somerset Berkeley Blue Raiders, a game in which we saw a record get tied by Kat Govin, 30 goals on the season after that game. That record stood for about 30 years. Finishing off the week, Durfee took care of Dighton Rehoboth and Old Rochester, and it was this weekend that Kat broke the record. 3 goals in that game, 33 for the season, so congratulations to her. Coming in today, Durfee has not seen Apponequet since the first game of the season, and it was an 8-2 victory for Durfee. They're looking to keep it going. They have 11 wins heading into the tournament with tons of momentum. We hope you'll stick around for all the action. It's coming up next on Fred TV.
Hi, I'm Pamela Martin from Fall River Government Television.
And I'm Keith Tebow from FRC Media.
Join us as we track election results from the Fall River general election on November 2nd.
Our live coverage starts at 8 o'clock as we bring you election results from all 29 city precincts.
And we'll be canvassing the city all day, as well as making stops at the candidates' headquarters.
You can watch our coverage on FRG TV Channel 18, FRC Media Channel 95, and on Facebook.
And candidates, we will broadcast live from our brand new Fred TV studio at Durfee High School. We hope you will make it a point to stop by and visit us while we're on the air. We hope you will join us.
And please make a point to vote on Tuesday, November 2nd.
Welcome back to Durfee High School, everybody. Evan Massoud with you for the broadcast. You see the Durfee Hilltoppers on your screen getting ready to begin the senior night pregame festivities here from Durfee. Apponequet is in town. This is a rematch of game 1 of the year for Durfee, a game in which they won 8-2. Going to turn it over to public address announcer, our athletic director here at Durfee, Brad Buston, for the pregame ceremony. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome to BMC Durfee High School and the Mac Aldrich Field for this event between the Apponequet Lakers and your Durfee Hilltoppers. Tonight we get to celebrate our senior student athletes. Durfee High School would first like to congratulate the 9 seniors from Apponequet. Best wishes to you all in the future. And now for the Durfee Hilltopper senior field hockey players. We thank you for all your dedication and commitment to the field hockey program and Durfee High School. From the coaching staff, thank you to our seniors for all the memories, laughs, hard work, and dedication. We have been lucky this season to add 2 seniors who have never played before, who have given us their best day in and day out. And the other 5 have been with us all 4 years. We are so proud to call you a part of this family and cannot wait to see all your accomplishments. Thank you for everything, and we'll miss you all. First up, number 20, Angelica Baez, escorted by Alexandra Baez. Next up is number 16, Gladys Rodriguez. escorted by Beth Rodriguez. Next, we have number 25, Kayleen Rivera, escorted by Omar Rivera and Jessica Torres. Next is number 18, Malak Issa, escorted by Yasmin Al-Khatib and Noor Issa and Kareem Issa. Next up is number 3, Pilika Kim, escorted by Sarah Siep and Sorn Kim. Next up is Captain number 4, Nicole Texera, escorted by William Silva. And now, Captain number 15, Megan Raposo, escorted by Michelle and Richard Raposo. Thank you once again, ladies. Congratulations. Best of luck in the future, and good luck to both teams.
So that concludes the pregame ceremony here for field hockey seniors. 7 Durfee seniors being recognized and honored pregame by the coaching staff here and athletic department at Durfee, as it happens for all of our sports as well. See the Durfee seniors, the 7 of them, going to line up for a photo. Gladys Rodriguez, Pilika Kim, Nicole Texera, Meg Raposo, Malek Issa, Kayleen Rivera, and Angelica Baez. So congratulations. I'm sure we'll see some of these girls in other sports throughout the year as well. There's so many 3-sport athletes here at Durfee, as the coaches come in as well for a seniors-only team photo. Well, we have a little bit of time to kill. This one was going to start at 5:30. So we have girls soccer's senior night from Friday. We were here to capture that ceremony as well. And so we're going to step aside and let you see that at this time. And we will be back with the first quarter right after that. So stay with us here on Fred TV. Here's the ceremony from girls soccer last Friday.
And now for the 3 Durfee Hilltoppers senior student athletes. We thank you for all you have done for the girls soccer program and Durfee High School. We wish you all the best in all your future endeavors. First up, Emma Tivitak. Next up is Abby Long. Accompanied by her parents, Christy and Dan Long. Next is Jaden Trahan, accompanied by her mom, Christine Trahan. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you once again, girls. Best of luck the rest of the game.
Back at Durfee here, field hockey about to begin. We'll start a couple minutes early as the fog has rolled in. What a weird day. This was supposed to be a washout here today, and looks like it's going to be worse tomorrow and Wednesday. It did rain earlier. Then the sun came out, and that's when we said, oh, maybe we can get this one in. Luckily, we're dry, and it looks like we're going to stay dry for this game. But it's pretty weird day. We've had basically like 4 seasons in a day here. What else is new in southern New England? All right, 15 minutes on the clock. Game on here at Durfee. If you're just joining us, starting a couple minutes early, we had senior night, so you'll have to catch this one on demand another day. See the senior night ceremony. We had it live here for field hockey, and we also just ran what you just saw was a replay of the girls' senior night ceremony for girls soccer last Friday. So both here on the broadcast this evening. Quickly down the field, Hilltoppers defenders there to turn it around, but Lakers, Julia Freitas dumps it back in. Addie Taylor as well down there for Coach Cindy Cuthbertson, her 35th year at Apponequet. Over 40 years overall as a varsity coach for high school field hockey, and it's going to be a corner early here for the Lakers. We welcome any of the Apponequet fans that are watching as well. We tagged Lake Cam in our post today, so any of you watching from the Lakeville area, Freetown area, we welcome you to the broadcast as well. Corner does not materialize for the Lakers as Durfee sends it down the field at midfield now where play gets halted. If you missed the open, we mentioned it out of the get-go, some history over the weekend. Kat Govin, we had it last broadcast against Somerset. Kat, a freshman this year on varsity, tied a school record, 30 goals in the season. She broke that record this weekend with a 3-goal performance, a hat trick, and now is sitting at 33 for the season, which has really been an amazing freshman year for Govin. She's number 2 for Durfee, so if the Hilltoppers start forging ahead offensively, look for number 2. More than likely, she'll have the ball or be near the ball Down in front, loose ball goes out of play as Lily Callahan could not get there, and it'll set up a corner for the Hilltoppers. Very hard to try to take what you learned from an opponent and apply it the second time when that opponent, you last saw them on opening day. Here we are last week of the season. And so, when it comes down to that, both coaches telling me that, they're fully expecting this to be a totally different look and basically be facing a different team, almost like facing the teams for the first time. Apponequet has turned things around of late, 3-9-3 on the season, as we'll have another corner. But Coach says she's very happy with the team. They're a young team. They're starting to find their stride here down the stretch. And bouncer is going to go, just wide by less than a foot. The kick save does not go. Kelsey Kudo, it got by her, or maybe deflected it, and it went out of play just barely. The senior goalie for Apponequet. But according to Coach Cuthbertson, the Lakers here, their last check, the Globe, with the new power rankings and whatnot, they were listed as 32nd. So despite the record, they do have a chance to be in the state tournament. So again, the power rankings this year being applied to many different sports, not just football, and it's having an impact, obviously, on who can get in the playoffs or who will get in the playoffs. It's not just about winning a conference. That has been null and void. And on the other side, Coach Nicole Henrique, not much more to talk about really compared to last Monday when we were here a week ago for the Somerset game. As the Hilltoppers they won last Monday and they've won their last two coming into today after Monday. So they're on a roll. She said, everybody's peaking and playing as a team at the right time. It's about who's hot, right? We kind of just saw that with the Boston Red Sox. We use them as a prime example. Sure, they kind of cooled off down the stretch there, but they had a good, solid finish to the season. And, they had to win game 162 just to make the playoffs. They win the wild card game, knocked out the Yankees. They beat the first place Rays, right, top seed in the AL. And, they 2 wins shy of a World Series berth. So it's about peaking at the right time. And for Durfee, they are playing some of their best field hockey of the season. And this is the right time to be doing it with playoffs next week. Cutoff is Sunday. Seedings will come out Monday. And games will begin on Wednesday, according to the MIAA's website. And that goes for field hockey, volleyball, and soccer in terms of when games will start. So figures to be a busy Wednesday, November 3rd next week. At least, I should say, positively thinking, I believe it will be a very busy Wednesday the 3rd for some of our Durfee teams. Crossing pass toward the middle of the field, and it's broken up. Govan takes it away. We'll play on. Bouncer off the shins. A bouncer off the shin of Kudo. Hilltoppers will reset with a corner as we hit the halfway mark here in this first quarter. They target Govan. She dumps it off. Shot taken. Kick save once, kick save twice. Second chance effort will go. Look to be Casey Curran. It was. She comes out with the ball. 1-0 Hilltoppers here on senior night. That's a great example right there of not giving up on the play. 2 kick saves, juicy rebound. Hilltoppers had numbers down low, and they kept at it, kept swinging away, and finally got it to go and beat Kudo. Play broken up there for the moment as the Lakers try to clear it. Racing in here is Ella Fisher. And she hears the whistle. Yes, the ball went out, but the foul was against Durfee, so the infraction will come back towards the 35-yard line, and it'll be reset by Riley Leveralt, who, according to Coach Cuthbertson, is very high on. In her senior year, she's had a tremendous season. She said she plays center mid, but she's also the team's top goal scorer as well. So it's been a really strong senior campaign for Riley Leveralt, number 24 of Apponequet. That was a kick save there from Kaylee Hutchinson. Went out of play, so the Lakers inbounding there on the far side. And now we'll have a reset back at the red line. That is Leveralt. Gets by 1 defender, gets by 2. Trying to go end around Josie Kane, cannot do so, and it'll be a turnover essentially. Hilltoppers will get the reset. Turned around by Maya Columbus. Cut off by Aaliyah Delisle. Down the field, Hilltoppers forging ahead. Brooke Macedo. Here's the whistle. Durfee resets. Crossing pass looking for Govan. She stays with it. Juggles it back and forth, trying to get by the defender. That's a shot taken. Strong shot and good defense there from Shea Saltzman. Coach saying that the Lakers were going to target Govan because of how explosive she's been this season. Coach going to say that she's essentially one of the top players, if not the top player, down here on the South Coast this season. So high remarks for Govan from opposing coaches. Passed on up ahead, gets through the 5-hole. Govan able to get there, and it is ruled dead on the whistle. Hilltoppers are going to have a corner here as Procaccini is called on the infraction. It'll be Kane setting things in motion. They go outside this time, far side. Quick transition, the Lakers get down the field quickly, and they have some help up front if they can pass it off to Freitas. It's taken away by the Hilltoppers going back toward midfield. A whistle sounds. Durfee in a quick transition now the other way. Some wide open space for Govan, 2-on-1. Gets by, it's her against the goalie. And what a save from Kudo. Using the pads and completely blocking off the shot. And one of the things that is like so exciting for me in watching field hockey is, you know, there's really no offsides, right? So you can always just break. You don't have to wait for the ball. So you can always have somebody down the field, and makes for some exciting moments, that's for sure. Going to the far corner and reeled in for the moment. Hilltoppers get it back. Shot taken, a bouncer in front. And it is cleared away. Taking it out is Rebecca Johns. Hilltopper ball. Good block there on the reset from Apponequet. That was a hot shot off of Leveralt's stick. And the Hilltoppers blocked it. Shot taken, and it's deflected out of play. We're under a minute here in this first quarter, at least according to our timer. Remember, we're not synced to the scoreboard, but we're pretty close here. Started on the whistle. So time has expired on our end here. Just a few seconds left, I'm sure, on the scoreboard below us. But good first quarter here for the Hilltoppers. See the football team on the top of the screen there. For a moment, they just finished their practice. They'll have Brockton this week after last Friday's bye. Be a tall order to face the Boxers Friday Night Lights. There's the siren. Done with one here at Durfee High School. The Hilltoppers with a 1-0 lead. That goal, courtesy of Casey Curran, coming just about halfway through the first quarter. Hilltoppers and Lakers, very competitive first quarter at that. Lakers had a couple opportunities. I'd say Durfee had a little more ball control, and that is something that Coach Henrique preaches about. I think any coach does in this respect, but that is something that Nikki has said often to me in terms of keys to the game. And so the Hilltoppers did a good job controlling the pace of play in that first quarter. Second quarter will be coming up. We'll see if Apponequet make any adjustments. See the Lakers in their huddle now. Fans at home, remember we always live stream on Facebook. Be sure to like and follow us here on our Facebook page, facebook.com/FredTVSports. That's all one word. If you don't have Facebook, get on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel there. You don't need to subscribe to YouTube to be able to see our content. We encourage you to subscribe so you don't miss an upload. We have some really cool old games on there as well, particularly for Thanksgiving Day football. As you may recall, we had that kind of retro Thanksgiving last year since there was not a game. We played a bunch of old content that we had, and so be sure to subscribe to us there. Also, very important, we have a school committee debate being sponsored by Fred TV. And it's going to be Wednesday this week, the 27th, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. here at the new Durfee High School in the new library. The panel will be comprised of student government members from Durfee High School, so current students. Did this 2 years ago, and great way to get the students involved in what's happening in the city. And, you know, elections are a very big thing about a municipality. So important to recognize the importance of an election and candidacy and whatnot. Govin down the field here has it taken away. So we invite you to join us. That will be live. You'll be able to watch it live. It is open to the public if you wish to come out. Here at the school department, all COVID protocols are to be followed, so that does mean mask wearing in the building at all times and maintaining proper social distancing as well while inside Durfee. But it is open to the public if you wish to join us. You'll want to enter via the north entrance, the new main parking lot on Ellsbury Street, closest to Langley Street. And library is on the second floor. There is handicap accessibility as well. So if you can't join us, though, you'll be able to watch it live as the school committee candidates will be answering questions and discussing topics with the student government panelists. Again, as you see, the fog, the mist has really rolled in. It's because of the temperature change here. It had kind of a warm-up this afternoon when the sun came out. A warm front ahead of the storm that's coming up the coast that we're going to get this week. Tomorrow and Wednesday, it's going to be pretty nasty around here. But the warmth is what's bringing in the fog. Pretty windy, too. 58 degrees right now, but it's very muggy. We also have this week on Thursday boys soccer from here at Durfee. This is the long-awaited matchup against Diamond Regional and the Bengals. This was supposed to be our first game of the year in terms of coverage, and it got postponed because of rain, because of thunderstorms back in early September. So this one had to wait a while for this game, and always a good matchup when you have the two Fall River schools, not the two, but when you have two Fall River schools squaring off against each other. So Bengals coming here to Durfee on Thursday, 6 o'clock start for that one. We'll have that live. And on Friday, we will wrap up this regular season with girls volleyball against Case as Durfee's Brendan Kelly brings his Case Cardinals to the field house to square off against his colleague Kelly Bullier and the Durfee girls. And we'll also have Wednesday's senior night ceremony on Friday's broadcast. We're going to be taping that on Wednesday. We will have it featured on Friday's live broadcast from Durfee High School. So a good way to end the week, or end the regular season, I should say. And then, of course, we also invite you to make sure you like and follow us on Facebook for news as well. As soon as we have playoff matchups, we will let you know when and where our Durfee teams and Diamond teams and whatnot will be playing. We'll also let you know what we're planning for coverage so you don't miss a beat. So be sure to, particularly around the playoffs here, when there's a lot happening in an ever-changing schedule, be sure to like and follow us on Facebook. Up and down the field we go, back and forth through the first 4 minutes of this second quarter. High pace of play, though. I'll tell you, both teams pretty fast. Wind coming at us from the west. We're facing the west. So kind of a crossing breeze. No real advantage or disadvantage going north to south or south to north. Tomato, tomato. Gauvin trying to get through. Whistle sounds. Will play on. She'll pass it back. Shot taken. It goes high, and then I think a high stick is what's being called. It was Tony Freitas who got us started there on the reset after Gauvin passed it back to her. It'll be a Apponequet ball. Football has some long practices, I'll tell you. Not for the faint of heart. They were up on the softball field to our left when I got here around 3:30, 3:45. Girls soccer was practicing in the stadium. They've since moved down, as I mentioned. They're now on the main stadium field, continuing practice. So they've been going at it now for more than 2 hours. They'll be wrapping up at 6, so it looks like they might have gotten a bit of an earlier start. Practice usually is 2 hours. Some of the boys soccer players coming out to cheer on the field hockey team. You heard the "Let's Go Durfee" chant as that one went out of play again. So Lakers will reset here from the boundaries. Now for Durfee, they really had a tough go of it the last 2 weeks for football, and as I mentioned, going to be a tough game on Friday at Brockton. But the good news is that they've had 2 weeks to get healthy because of the bye week. Kane trying to keep it going. And the Hilltoppers will have a corner here out of that. Now, Durfee looked pretty solid first couple weeks despite the losses. They got their win against Somerset, and then really played a very good game against Barnstable, a ranked team. But they lost a lot of players in that one and were shut out the following 2 weeks in really tough losses. Just couldn't get anything going offensively. And what happens there is now you're exhausting the defense, spending too much time on the field. And so it's been a tough go of it for varsity football, that's for sure. And these having a week off last week in terms of gameplay, I'm sure was a welcome sight on the schedule for Coach Taylor Brown. So get healthy, try to get by Brockton, and then in the 3 weeks before Thanksgiving, try to stay healthy and get to full strength so that you can battle it out against the Whalers. Hilltoppers with that big win. It wasn't Thanksgiving Day, but it was nonetheless New Bedford, a blowout last year, a historic margin of victory last April at New Bedford. So Hilltoppers will look to keep that going here at home against the Whalers on Thanksgiving. Of course, we'll have live coverage from Mac Aldridge Field. 10 o'clock game, or 10:15, I think, is the kickoff here at Durfee. Corner coming for the Lakers. A little over 5 minutes or so to go, 5.5 minutes, I should say, here in this first half. 1-0 game. It was an 8-2 game to start the season for Durfee against Apponequet, so this one much closer, much more competitive, which we expected coming in. going to Leveralt. Got the pass from Columbus. And it's going to go out of play near the Durfee bench. Out on the goal line. And that'll be Durfee, who will get to reset now. The Hilltoppers will. Lakers coming right back, though. Into the circle now, into the arc. Is Leveralt is taken away by Kane. Good pass from Kane to Gauvin in stride as Gauvin will hit the defenders. It's taken away. And a whistle sounds. The infraction against Johns. Heard the clack of the sticks firing on net. It deflects, comes back. Gauvin draws the foul, and Kane will set up the corner here. Hilltoppers going with a different look here. Instead of lining up around the arc, they're all going to break. One left, one right, one left, one right. Comes out of the arc. Macedo looking for Gauvin. Whistle sounds. It's going back the other way. Quickly back down into the offensive attack. Shot in front, and it's gonna go! Number 34 for Gauvin. Two 0 Durfee. Less than 3 minutes to play in the half. Shot taken, bouncer, kick save from Kudo, comes right back toward Macedo, and a corner coming again for Durfee. Shot taken, it's deflected, and it'll go back the other way. 90 seconds, less than 90 seconds to play here in this first half. Big swing there, but play was whistled dead prior to it. That's going to go toward the sideline, out of play. No, kept in. Now it goes out here along this sideline. And our clock winding down here to 0. A couple extra seconds will be on the scoreboard after the goal. Ten more seconds, and it's coming down the field quickly. And no time left. Siren sounds. A very strong first half for the Hilltoppers, who lead it 2-0 over the Lakers from Apponequet here after 30 minutes of play. We've hit the halftime break. We're going to take it. I want you to stick around. Third quarter coming up next on Fred TV. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Pamela Martin from Fall River Government Television.
And I'm Keith Tebow from FRC Media.
Join us as we track election results from the Fall River general election on November 2nd.
Our live coverage starts at 8 o'clock as we bring you election results from all 29 city precincts.
And we'll be canvassing the city all day, as well as making stops at the candidates' headquarters.
You can watch our coverage on FRG TV Channel 18, FRC Media Channel 95, and on Facebook.
And candidates, we will broadcast live from our brand new Fred TV studio at Durfee High School. We hope you will make it a point to stop by and visit us while we're on the air. We hope you will join us.
And please make a point to vote on Tuesday, November 2nd.
The Gothic Revival-style arch at Oak Grove Cemetery signals the final resting place of some of Fall River's most prominent residents.
Since 1873, thousands of funeral processions have passed through these ornate iron gates. War heroes, abolitionists, mill owners, and Lizzie Borden are buried within these walls.
Despite fine craftsmanship and historical recognition, the arch was unable to withstand time and the elements, and was in danger of collapse.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills. This cherished landmark was saved with funds through the Community Preservation Act.
In just 5 months, this time using some modern machinery, local contractors refurbished the granite arch and replaced sections of the gate.
A uniquely Fall River work of art and a respectful reflection for the dead has been saved for future generations.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Hi, my name is Laura Ferreira. I am the Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As the school year begins, we want to remind everyone of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are here for a reason, your safety. Please use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic and escort you safely. Drivers, please use caution when entering a school zone. 20-mile-per-hour speed limits are strictly enforced as mandated by state law. By being respectful and patient with one another, we can all arrive at our destination on time and in one piece. Thank you for your attention. If you have concerns or questions, please contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
Welcome back, everybody, to Durfee High School. Visibility continuing to drop here with every waking second, but we heard the warning whistles from the officials here, Short halftime, not a full 10 minutes. Something this broadcaster has a very high appreciation for. 2-0, and it's not about, being at the game longer. Just keep the action going. Why wait? It's great. Soccer sometimes does not take the whole time either, which is always wonderful as well, because those games are much longer than these. So third quarter about to begin here at Durfee. Evan Massoud with you for varsity field hockey. Senior night here for the Hilltoppers. Whistle sounds, and we are underway once again. Monday, October 25th. Well, we'll see what kind of adjustments the Lakers can make here. Had some chances in the second as well, but it was Durfee once again controlling pace of play. They were able to get a second goal in that second quarter. One in the first, one in the second, and now a corner here in the first minute of the third quarter. Good pass, they go to Govan. Govan firing on net, and it's blocked by the pads of Kudo. Great save right there. It'll give the Hilltoppers another corner, but that's a very good save on a hot shot. Excuse me, it's not another corner, my bad. Resetting here at the red line off the goalie, but still keeping it down in this end of the field. Delisle sending it toward the arc. The Lakers will clear it out. Forging ahead is Addie Taylor. Now the Hilltoppers back. Can they keep it in? They do. Good reach there from Emily Curran. Back to Taylor. That's going to go out of play. Taylor, a freshman for the Lakers. One of two freshmen. There's also one sophomore on this team, but it's going to be quite a bit of turnover for Coach Cuthbertson next year, as she's going to be losing 9 seniors after this season is over. Cleared back, Delisle passing ahead. Great pass down the field, a really strong pass. No one going to get there. Kudo watches it go. But for Durfee, most importantly, gets the ball back down the other side of the field. It has gotten so foggy here since we left you, took the break at halftime, that we can barely see the pole of the light stanchion on the far right side of the field. I mean, look at the fog. This is just crazy. Say, if it was baseball, they wouldn't be playing right now. No way. We had a game similar to this for football as well. The school is kind of blocking, though, on the stadium a little bit, but the fog making its way to here to the practice field is flying in from Langley Street from the parking lot coming over Skip Lewis Field and across from the north, but baseball field, it's pretty foggy. Just doesn't seem as bad because the building wraps around. You have some perspective. Oh, a push right there. As down to the turf goes Taylor. Hilltoppers with the reset, though. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, it's a Apponequet ball. Official forgetting that we switched sides. Hey, you know, they're human too. It's okay. But I was gonna say, how did that? I was not sure why or how that was Durfee's ball, but makes sense now. Leveralt sending it towards the net. It's cut off. Corner for the Lakers. And as is tradition, when the Hilltoppers line up for a corner on defense, they whack the crossbar and the back of the goal. Stick comes out. And another corner coming up now for Apponequet. Katie Wisniewski will set the ball in play once again. This time it is Columbus. Columbus coming to this side to Leveralt. Takes the swing, kind of misses on it. Hilltoppers could not clear it, however. Now out of play it goes. Govin sends it out. And it'll be a reset from the red line this time. No corner. And Leveralt just to the left. There she is. Will reset us. Sent towards the net. Loose in front. Another corner. Lakers putting some good pressure on here. This has been by far their best opportunity offensively of the night. Had the ball down here in Durfee's zone for about 2.5 minutes now. That'll go out of play. And another corner. I thought that went out off of Apponequet, to be quite honest with you. I thought Durfee was getting this one back. So the fourth corner of this offensive push for the Lakers. Back to Columbus. Leveralt to her right. They'll go to her. It's deflected and broken up. Sent towards the net. Govin cuts in. Tries to hook it out. It'll go out of play, but it at least for Durfee will not be another corner. The Lakers will have to re-enter the zone, so to speak. Leveralt will set it up. On the sideline, just inside the red line. Delisle backhands it towards Govin. Down the field. Foot race to the ball. Nice job by Curran. Takes it away, keeps it up there. Whistle sounding. Kane. Shot, bouncer, Kudo, easy kick save. Second chance effort, Govin comes in, and it will go! Curran will tap it in at the goal line. Both Curran and Govin each had a goal coming into this second half, and they team up here for number 3 for the Hilltoppers. It is 3-0. The kick save came back to Govin, who was already breaking towards the ball after Kane took the shot. Govin took it again, and Curran right at the goal line. Finished it off. Now for the Lakers, that's got to be extremely deflating, particularly when they spent a good 3 to 4 minutes down the other end of the field offensively, trying to get one. Bunch of corners. Couldn't do so. Crossing pass, and it's dug out. It's going to go. Hilltoppers with a second chance effort, and back-to-back goals for Durfee here in the third. Wow, that materialized very quickly because the shot went crossing and it was blocked. Gwyneth Boren went in for the Lakers and dug it out. Said, oh boy, it's coming back. And before you know it, ball was shot back on net. And I'll be straight up honest with you, I have no idea. Gary, did you see? I have no idea who shot that ball on the tail end of it. I thought it was already out of the zone. So again, said it earlier, a good example of finishing the play, right? Don't just give up on it because there was a kick save or because the defender dug it out. You keep your numbers up there and you go after the ball and take another shot. Back down the north end of the field, Lakers will have a corner. Taylor is going to set it this time as Apponequet kind of changing it up. So Taylor on the right side of the goal now, our right, that is. She will set up the corner. A bouncer lofting it. We'll do it again. Leverall passing. Shot taken. Hutchinson can't get to that one. And it is a goal for the Lakers. As they are on the board, they get one back. Four to 1 Durfee after the Lakers answer with one of their own. Back down the field, Govan forging ahead. Bouncer just to the right of the post. Hilltoppers will get a corner out of it. Delisle, crossing pass in front. Govan takes the swing, doesn't get good stick on it. We'll do it again, another one. Durfee lines up for the corner. About 2 minutes or so to go here in this third. Delisle to Govan. That one goes wide left. Hot shot. And out of play. The Lakers will get to reset here. Cut off by Govan. Takes the shot. No good. Down the field, the Lakers with a quick turnaround here. Good deflection, and Hilltoppers turn it back around. Leveralt steals it away. Curran trying to get by. Good pass up ahead as she gets it by Callahan. Now Govin steps in. Another whistle against the Lakers as Durfee's forged ahead. Kane at the top of the arc. Shot taken. Bouncer in front. Still loose. And we'll go back the other way. Our clock has expired here in the third. A few extra seconds remain on the scoreboard. Leveralt sends it. Out of play on the far side, right in front of Durfee's bench. There's the siren. 4-1 Durfee after 3. Hilltoppers with a pair of goals in about 90 seconds time here in the third, and then about a minute or so later, Apponequet answered with one of their own. So 3 goals total in the third, but the Hilltoppers still add to their lead. It's a 3-goal advantage for Durfee heading into the fourth and final quarter here at Durfee. We hope that you will stay with us for the final 15 minutes. Been a really good game. Well played on both sides. And the Hilltoppers with the advantage heading into the fourth. So again, a reminder, this week we have remaining here. We have on Wednesday, Fred TV's sponsored school committee debate from 6:30 to 8 p.m. here at Durfee at the new library. On Thursday, boys soccer from here at McAldrich Field against Diamond. And on Friday, girls volleyball against Case in the regular season finale for our broadcast schedule. And on that broadcast, we'll have the senior night ceremony from Wednesday's match. They're doing senior night on Wednesday, girls volleyball is. So we will have that pre-taped and edited as a pack. We'll feature that during Friday's live broadcast from the field house. And then next Tuesday is Election Day here in Fall River. General election, mayoral, school committee, and city council on the ballot. Make sure you get out and vote. And then next Wednesday will be the first playoff games of the fall in the state tournament. Seedings will come out on Monday for boys soccer, girls volleyball, and field hockey. So we will keep you in the loop as to when and where the playoff qualifying teams will be next Wednesday. Well, Wednesday is the first, I should say. It may not be Wednesday. Wednesday starts the first round or prelims if there are prelims. So it depends. But there's a high chance that there may be a game next Wednesday here in Fall River. So we'll wait and see. We'll keep our fingers crossed. We'd love to have some playoff action, official state tournament action. We haven't had it in over a year thanks to the pandemic. So it'd be nice to have some state tournament games back here at Durfee. Or at Diamond, for that matter. We'll also be keeping an eye on the Bengals, of course, as well. Fourth quarter underway here at Durfee. The wind has really picked up as well. So not only has the fog picked up, the wind has picked up. As the conditions deteriorating here as the game goes on. The good news is that we are dry. Yeah, it's damp, but there is no rain. So very grateful and excited that we were able to get this one in, that's for sure. Lakers with a lot of work to do as Leveralt will restart us here from the boundary line. Down 3 goals here with 14 minutes to play. That's a tall order with the way Durfee's been playing, not just tonight, but over the last few weeks. They have not lost since October the 5th. And in that stretch of games, they've had much success. Sure, they haven't lost, but that also means the ties have been limited as well. They only have 3 ties on the season. And 2 of them came within the first 3 games. Kick, save, out of play it goes. Since October 5th, the Hilltoppers winners 6 times and 1 tie. That tie was Dartmouth, and given how things went against the Indians last year, the Hilltoppers have really done a very, very good job against Dartmouth this year. Before that loss on October 5th, and that was against Old Rochester, the Hilltoppers also had won 3 in a row as well, going back to September 27th. So in a month's time, the Hilltoppers are 9-1-1 here in the second half of the season. That's very impressive. And as I said earlier in the broadcast, peaking at the right time, finishing strong. That's what you want. Govin forging ahead, ball comes loose, left it behind. Corner for the Hilltoppers. You go to Govin. And another whistle, another corner. Delisle takes a shot, and it's going to skip by and out of play. Nice to see the Patriots put up some crooked numbers yesterday. Sure, it was the Jets, but, you know. Oh, the lowly Jets. Nice to see, though, some high output offense from the Pats this weekend. Celtics grabbed their first win. Bruins had a good win yesterday. And I'll be rooting for the Braves in the World Series. My grandfather was a Braves fan. In fact, my grandmother used to tell me that my grandfather, who passed when I was only a year old, so I didn't really know him, but he was a Boston Braves fan. He used to hitchhike up 138 because, of course, Route 24 didn't exist. He would hitchhike all the way up to Boston to see the games. Up 138, and he wrote Hank Aaron a letter when Hank Aaron was the Milwaukee Braves, and chasing Babe Ruth's home run record of 714. And Hank Aaron actually wrote him back. I've seen the letter. It's pretty cool. So, sure, we like the Sox in my household, but the Braves are also there, so we'll be rooting for the Braves for sure. Who's going to root for Houston? I mean, come on. maybe the people down in Texas, right? I won't be, that's for sure. Braves all the way. Govan looking for her second, gets tripped, can't get the shot off. And it sets up the corner for the Hilltoppers as we roll up on about 9 minutes to play here on this Monday evening. This game a little bit over an hour old, about an hour and 5 minutes in real time. Of course, we had the senior night ceremony earlier, so if you're just tuning in, be sure to scroll back a bit. You can see our 7 seniors here for Durfee being honored before the game started. Comes back to Govan. Govan redirecting. Forward hand, and it's going to bounce out of play. Went out off of the Lakers, it appears. The Hilltoppers, yeah, it did indeed. Delisle will reset us now from the red line as she passes it backwards. Dumped back in. Whistle sounding. And the Lakers will have it as the Hilltoppers exit the arc. And this is the final game for the Hilltoppers in general of the season, so they're going to have to wait over a week for their next game. So not only the final home game, this game number 18 is their final of the regular season. The cutoff being on Sunday. They won't have to worry about that. But they'll have to wait at least a week before they play again, which is always a challenge, especially when you're playing hot right now. You don't want to sit out from live game action for more than a couple of days. But that is something that the Hilltoppers will have to contend with. Curran breaks to her left, now redirects backwards. Was looking for Delisle. Delisle is still there. Jarring it loose was Tony Freitas as she sends it back up the field to Macedo. In front, and it's gonna go! Coach Henrique made a few changes, some substitutions, and making the most of it, Shakira Cadet with Durfee's 5th goal. Hilltoppers have now scored in each quarter tonight. Nice goal off the bench from Cadet. (5-1) Durfee, 5 minutes or so to play. ball went out on that far side. So all the way down there, having to chase it down. Leveralt will reset. Hilltoppers will take it back after the whistle. Jaya Cerrone passing back to Kane. And it'll go back the other way. Taylor down into the corner and can't keep it in play. That'll be Durfee's balls. We're going to roll up on the 90-second mark here at Durfee. Hilltoppers will be closing in here on win number 12. For Apponequet, this is going to be their 10th loss here in 2021. And we got a card coming against the Lakers, it appears. No, against the Hilltoppers, excuse me, as Kane exits the field. Crossing, Taylor has to go by. Can she corral it? She does. She gets there. Down to the turf goes Nicole Texera. Hilltoppers come out of it. Backhand pass, good, solid contact. It'll roll out of play. The red line is your boundary. Five seconds left on our clock here at Durfee. As Gauvin pushes ahead into the arc, takes a shot, hit a little bit behind it. Whistle sounds. Our timer is expired here. A corner coming for the Hilltoppers. Whistle sounds, the siren rather, excuse me. And that is the game, it appears. That's it. Hilltoppers celebrate their 12th victory here in 2021. They finished the season with a win, 5-1 over the Lakers. What an impressive end to the regular season for Durfee. The last 12 games, going back to September 29th against Seekonk, which was a win, going 10-1-1 during that stretch. And by the way, that also includes conference games, New Bedford, BR, Dartmouth, and Brockton. Brockton twice in that stretch. 4-0-1 against conference teams in that stretch. The one being the tie, 2-2 against Dartmouth. Very impressive end to this regular season for the Hilltoppers. They will wait to find out who, when, and where they will be playing in about a week's time when the tournament begins. Fun one tonight here at Durfee for senior night. We thank you for tuning in for the broadcast. For my cameraman tonight, Gary Leet, I'm Evan Massoud saying we'll see you Thursday for boys soccer. So long, everybody.